The New York Skyliners was a proposed name for the New York Mets.
The skyline is...
Right.
They went with the Metropolitans.
Well, before the New York Mets, they started their play in 62, they considered a list of names, the Skyliners, the Skyscrapers, the Bees.
Why?
The New York Bees.
Maybe they like small breasts. The Burrows.
The Burrows.
The Continentals. And the Jets.
But you can't call the Mets the Jets because the Jets are the Jets.
Yes.
Jimmy.
And you can't call the Mets the Continentals because they don't have first-class headrest things that don't work.
Boring. Be more funny.
This is going great.
This sucks.
I do kind of like the fact that the Mets are called the Mets because it's short for the Metropolitans. So if they were called the Continentals, it could get a little messy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Minnesota has one.
Yeah, the Minnesota Blue Ox.
Babe, the Blue Ox.
Yeah.
For the Minnesota Wild, of course, we're talking NHL here.
Yeah, and they said that the reason they didn't call them the Minnesota Blue Ox is because Ox objected.
That's funny. Unfunny.
Blue Ox.
Orlando, because they're the Orlando Magic, had a name. They debated the Heat before Miami. The Tropics and the Juice.
Orlando is known as an orange growing place.
Yes, and there's also a lot of older residents.
Yes. Oh, okay. I thought it was more like juice, but you mean juice.
Yeah. The Florida Flamingos, they actually considered naming the Marlins the Flamingos after Paul McCartney announced his marriage to Heather Mills. I'm going off the fly here.
No, they stand on one leg. We all know that. It looks stupid when they do it, too.
We're in.
Tucker.
Why bother?
This sounds like a Morning Zoo bit, but these were actual names they were considering for some of these teams. The San Antonio Gunslingers, whatever.
Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets.
Almost were called the Spirit.
Yes.
The Charlotte Spirit.
Yes.
I like when they say almost. Like, how close did that come? Did just one douche stand up and suggest it and then get fired? Like, get no leave. Boy, it really came close. It's a suggestion.
Probably a good point. Well, the Washington Bullets, we all know that. They didn't want a violent name for their team anymore down in Washington.
Well, I can't mean that, it's fast. Bullets are fast. Regardless of what they're used for. They're fast, so you can't just say it's because of the speed. It's violent.
Oh, DC.
Up.
Well, they almost called them the Washington Sea Dogs before they decided on the Wizards. But a lot of people had a problem with the Wizards name because the Ku Klux Klan thing.
What?
Yeah, the Wizards wasn't a perfect choice, and some fans thought it tied into Ku Klux Klan mythology.
Well, they were going to change their helmets, too. And they said that the white little robe things flying off. Boo. I should sleep more.
They cause injuries, the pointy helmets. they didn't make them out of cloth. They made them out of actual helmet material.
What do those basketball helmets look like?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was talking about a football team.
No.
Okay, excuse me one moment. Thank you. What do I know?
Did you say,
Who's just
that was Danny.
Every 2 seconds, somebody else is releasing gas in here.
I have fantastic gas today.
But do you realize that we both did helmet jokes for a basketball team?
That's the only reason I went with a helmet joke.
I know.
Was because I thought you were talking about a football team.
I know, but I know better.
You pulled me along.
I know. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi said.
Yeah.
Who is the bigger fool? The fool or the little man in the robot costume.
The midget in the robot. He's the biggest little fool.
Yes. With his little midgety body and the equivalent of a rolling garbage can.
Oh, getting a heat stroke inside there. Good. Glad they tortured him.
Did he really get a heat stroke?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Good.
It was real hot inside that thing, apparently. They should sit, shut up, shorty. You're getting a paycheck.
We'll replace you with a dog. All right, the Baltimore Marauders, the Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore for '96. They couldn't bring their name, and the original suggested Baltimore Rapists was struck down as too funny.
It's a snow day here today.
Oh, that logo.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus. The logo would just be horrible.
Yeah, it's a fist with like someone covering her face.
Cowering.
Just a big fist and a black eye.
The jersey's got a picture of a woman curled up in the fetal position in a shower. I'm just thinking merchandising.
The New York Jets were also almost called the New York Boroughs. Borros.
Stupid.
Like a play on the word boroughs.
Sure.
The Gothams got consideration, and they ultimately did not settle on boroughs because they were afraid that people would be called the squad of jackasses.
Yes. A borough.
Yes. So I guess they instead decided to be called the Jets.
Jets.
Play like jackasses.
Jets.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we were able to bring that to the table.
The Toronto Blue Jays.
It's not over.
No. The Toronto Blue Jays were almost called the Toronto Bunts, but they were afraid of the rival fans' chants. Which is also why they scratched the Toronto Knockchuckers. And the Milwaukee Maggots suffered from a similar fate. Sorry.
Yeah, the opposition, their fans could really get a little rambunctious with the chants.
Give you a good razzing.
Yeah, Los Angeles douchebags would have not gone over well.
No, not at all. Ooh. All right.
Yes. The Atlanta hit us with batteries. Might taunt people.
No.
I like Tom Cruise.
Why, what are you sitting on? All right, well, I just figured I would...
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Oof, pulled my back out swinging on that one.
So Jimmy's hitting about a .075 today.
Dude, I've done nothing but foul them off my bone spur.
Ow, that would hurt.
I got one base hit an hour ago.
Well, someone's digging it.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yes.
You know, we get phone calls.
The competitors' radio stations. As new listeners flock to them.
Spiro, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Spiro, how you doing?
Good evening.
How's it going, fellas? I'm loving it. Who needs direction? This is wonderful radio.
It's direction.
It really is pointless nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah, drivel, we like to call it. This is our drivel section.
Hello. My name's Tom Barry. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, fantastic.
You know, it's funny. He was actually on a high school basketball team. They were called the London Ugly Douches. And he was the captain and mascot.
It's silly time. It's ridiculous.
Fucking awful. And
What the hell was that? That could get us fired.
Were you asking for the silly time intro?
I sure was asking for
I
that.
didn't realize it was so risque.
There was a naughty word in there. Naughty.
Dirty
I guess
word
we won't ask
in
to play that
there.
again.
he was
Dirty birdie.
he was only on the basketball team, John Merrick, because everyone thought that his head was the basketball equipment bag. And they were constantly trying to put basketballs in it. Stop it! I hate me. Why are you doing this? That's my head.